things that I really love is in making these vlogs is the actual process and the kit. I like to think I'm pretty good with technology, and you know, making these vlogs has been a journey in itself, and I promised somebody recently that I'd go through what I use. So yeah, a lot of it's not used very often. Like I've just intimated, my where's she gone? So for a long time, all I had was the Hero 5. I was even using GoPro's own editing software, which is quite limited. With using the camera on its own, you do get a lot of issues with sound quality. In my old Narrowboat Chronicles vlogs was pretty pants. A lot of people always commented on it. So we got a conversion, GoPro microphone conversion, because you can't just plug a microphone into a GoPro, because that would be too easy. Then we got a nice little Rode mini microphone, and then the GorillaPod Joby stand, and with that you can vlog. Pretty much you don't need anything else. You need editing software, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But actual hardware, I don't think you can go far wrong with a GoPro. You can shoot in 4K. It's just an awesome bit of kit. You can't get any nice sort of foreground, background. There's no depth of field, but it'll do exactly what you want without any hassles, and very, very reliable. So if you're thinking of starting some vlogs, Hero series of GoPros, can't go wrong with them, really. They are awesome. So let's look at drones. I use the Phantom 4, which has just been reissued by DJI, Phantom 4 Pro 2, I think it is. And I can see why they have, even though it's quite a big bit of kit. I mean, when you got your blades on, it's, you know, it's quite a hefty chunk of plastic, but it is such a stable and easy to fly rig. It's proper awesome. I mean, like, from going from my little DJI Spark, which again is brilliant, you know, don't get me wrong, as an entry level, I mean, obviously it's been overtaken by the Mavic Mini now, but as an entry level drone, again, really good. The only thing is you can only shoot in 1080p, which is more than enough for vlogs. I mean, pretty much everybody has a drone these days. There are a few exceptions, surprising exceptions as well, but that's I suppose down to preference. But yeah, Spark 2, DJI Spark is it's because it's got battery 2 in it. DJI Spark, and you can get these quite cheap now because the Mavic Minis come out, so I can't recommend them enough. But I would get the Fly More combo, so you've got the controller as well. Brilliant entry level drone. But the Phantom, woo, it's another bird entirely. So you can shoot in 4K with this. It's just so stable. You don't have any of those worries about flyaway or getting lost in a gust of wind. This thing can handle it very easily. So yeah, if you want to up your game with drones, I'd go Phantom 4 or the big Mavic series. But the fact that they've reissued that says a lot, I think. So that's your drones. With the drones, there is the DJI Go 4 app, which allows you to check your footage. You can even do little films and things through that app directly from the footage on your flight, because you use your phone in your controller. So it's only a cache quality, so the quality's not very good, but you can instantly get something posted. Great if you're out on a trip and you want to get something onto Instagram or Facebook or something. So my Nikon D3200, it's not the best for video, but I can make do, so that's pretty much really, I only use that if I need to, if I've run out or something's broken and I need to capture something, I'll use the Nikon. I should really practice that a little bit more, but with the advent of the iPhone 11 that I've now got, it's becoming more and more redundant. Slick tripod. And the good thing with this is that I can mount the GoPro on the top, extend it up, and this is what I now use for when we're cruising, to get those sort of slightly elevated so you don't get as much roof in your shots. So it's invaluable for that, and obviously if you need stationary shots. Obviously this is a bit of a chunker, which is fine for on the boat, but if you're travelling, you probably need something a little bit more lightweight. So just a quick run through of all the accessories really. So GoPro chest strap mount, primarily used when I'm biking and stuff. You can get really cheap GoPro accessory kits on Amazon, like 14 quid for a load of different fixtures and fittings. This is something I've only recently just got, but it's another way to attach microphones to camera, to the GoPro. So a lot of the time I was getting the cover for the microphone in the corner of the shot, so I'd have to keep spreading the shot out to get rid of the microphone. But with this, I can actually extend the microphone up here. So cheap bit of kit off eBay or Amazon, well worth it. DJI strap. So this is a controller strap, so when you're flying you can just leave the controller hanging. You don't need to touch it if you need to do something with your hands, which if you're filming you quite often do. Separate wired microphones. This is a double set that we use, so it's got two microphones into one controller. So we use that when we're sat down waffling. Very important, storage. So you've got, I think it's a 3 terabyte external hard drive, SSD, and I've got numerous of those. I need those even more now, and I'll come on to that shortly. Adapters for microphone adapters, chargers, spare batteries. So for instance, the Phantom can fly for half an hour on one battery. The Spark lasts about 12 minutes, so that's why you need a lot of batteries. And then, so we're going to then talk about the big game changers. So first things first. So what's significant is that we've got a gimbal that we can stabilize footage. And the pretty amazing thing with the iPhone 11 Pro is that we've now got the range of cameras that we need. It was a bit limited, but now there's an extra wide lens on the 11, which enables us to take footage in confined spaces without it feeling all cramped and horrible. So this is the application that I use with the iPhone. So if we go into the settings here, you can see camera. So we never had that ultra wide before, so this is what we used to have, which made for some quite difficult filming, because obviously you have to be really close to something. Whereas now we can go to camera, ultra wide, and we have a nice, much more cinematic feel, and we don't have to be as close to the subject. So yeah, that is. So these two things have been proper game changing for me. With just like incredible. The other thing you can use with it is what I use to create all my IGTV films. So let me just go into screen record again. And there's DJI Mimo. So already it's linked to the, and there you go. No no hassle. So yeah, awesome bit of kit. That in conjunction with the iPhone 11 is just wow. Wow, wow, wow. I loves it, I do. Proper loves it. And one thing I will mention is the battery on that thing is just unbelievable. You get like 15 hours. So it's really like incredible. I mean, obviously I use DJI drones and all their user interfaces are really easy to use. No stress, very intuitive. So after I progressed from GoPro's editing software, I did some research and found that the best free online editor was a application called HitFilm. So I'm just going to open that up now on my good old trusty Acer laptop. So this was a pretty much the bane of my life, because I'm using an old computer. The graphics card isn't great, so there's a lot of lag. It takes an age to load. It takes an age to. It's just very frustrating. As you can see, I'm screen recording this, so I'll be able to show you a little glimpse into my frustrations of the last couple of years. And that's why I'm recording on this. I was just going to cut to a screen grab, but it takes that long. Ish. It's yeah, it takes forever. Yeah, so this is my my life for pretty much a year. Seeing where I wanted to get to and not being able to because of the software primarily. I mean, nowadays anybody's pretty much got the tool in the pocket, i.e. the phone, that can capture really good footage without any hassle. It's then putting that into an application and creating something from those images. So the key things to bear in mind are all your media takes up a lot of space, which is why you need your external hard drives. I also use Dropbox, which is another fantastic platform for storing things in the cloud, which again makes it easier just to be able to pick from that on whatever device I'm using. Still waiting for that. Yeah, I didn't like that. I'm going to crash. Let's get rid of the activation. I would say though, if you've got a good computer with a good processor, good graphics card, and HitFilm Express is pretty awesome. So what's just come up on the screen is a list of files that you can no longer find. So when you're editing in HitFilm, it's always pulling from the location that your file is. So if I plugged in the external hard drive, most of those files will probably still be in there. And the ones that I've still got on the computer are obviously still here. So, and this is very much, you know, you can change things around, you can change where things are. But yeah, it's a brilliant application, and I probably would go back to it if I had a decent computer. But as you saw then, it took what, nearly nigh on 5 minutes to open up. But yeah, so that is HitFilm Express. And like I say, if you've got the hardware that can handle that, it's a brilliant application. And very similar to Adobe and Final Cut Pro, which is what a lot of people use, more professional people than I. But things then changed with this baby. With 2018 iPad 12.9 inch, which is a total game changer. So now we are using a couple of things, mainly Procreate, which is what I'm using to create the sort of graphics that you see on the timeline, because you can see, these are all ideas. So see what that did then? It's just, yeah. So that's good. I can do custom graphics for the vlogs. And then if we go into LumaFusion. So LumaFusion is, let's just have a little look at that. So this is an upcoming vlog of some pakoras that we made, thanks to Rich and Fran, on floating our boat. So I'm now using LumaFusion, which is very similar. As you can see, you've got your files, timeline at the bottom, and then you've got your main editing screen here. So it's a little more simplified than HitFilm, and you can do everything that you want to do. So for instance, let's say we want to alter this image of me and Cody. So you've got different color presets. You've then got LUT packs. So we often use the Filmic D flat. And you got some crazy ass stuff here. Never used that. Blurs. Never used that. Weird effects. Never used that. Don't know what I've just clicked on there, but we'll get rid of it. Yeah, don't know what those are. Sound, you can alter the sound, speed, and you can reverse. So that's really handy. And then frame of fit. So when you can start doing these super duper zoom in and zoom outs. So let's put a zoom out on that. So we go to the footage. Very subtle. But yeah, like that. I'll leave that on actually. So if I do it quickly, you see what I mean. So yeah, there's a lot of different things. Let's say we were thinking of putting some text on there and we needed a different font. We could go to Fantasy, which is a free application from the App Store. And let's say we wanted Lexend Mega. You can then tap and then save files, Dropbox, edit actions, or you can put it directly into LumaFusion, which adds it. It is absolutely incredible. Because of the processor as well in the pad, it's just so quick, so easy. And like where in HitFilm it was struggling to find the files if you've moved them, with LumaFusion it'll actually drag the file in, so you can go back to editing. So I'm trying to like get ahead with the vlogs at the minute. So I've got 2 already in there. Bangkok is one that I've just started to do for IGTV. So yeah, it is a proper game changer and is just incredible. So that's pretty much covers everything. Let me just turn the screen recording off. But yeah, that's it. So that's a little brief guide to what we use to create these. Hope that was interesting and beneficial, especially to you, Sylvia. Yeah, get out there and create. It really does satisfy my creative urge, and I want to get better and better. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'm going to put a list of links to everything that I've covered here. They're affiliate links, so we do get a little tiny little bit of commission if you do go through those links and buy something. So every little helps. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's it. I hope this has been interesting. Let us know your thoughts and comments. Give us a like if you can. That would really help. Thank you. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you soon. Thanks. Take care. Stay safe. Bye bye.